Hey, Cooter.
Joe!
Check this out. There's Anywhere But Here, man, on this here podcast.
Oh, I like me some podcasts, man.
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about Anywhere But Here.
What's Anywhere But Here? Anywhere But Here in Mississippi?
No, man, Anywhere But Here over in England.
Hey, we ain't in England.
I know, but that's where the England's from.
What?
Hey, Cletus, remember when we went and saw that movie about the wars in the stars and they had like lightsabers and stuff like that? Well, these people here talk about things we like.
Really?
I guarantee.
Well, hot diggity damn. What we waiting for?
Anywhere But Here podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here, episode 75. I'm Tom.
I'm Ant.
And you can find us at abhpod.com, where up in the right-hand corner of the website there is an Amazon banner. You can go and do all your shopping through that, and we get 5% of what you spend. It doesn't cost you a cent or a penny more, does it?
It doesn't. All-inclusive.
I know, all-inclusive, because we know largely we have a UK and US listener base.
Yes.
Which is on the grow. It's growing,
We've
isn't
picked
it?
up quite a few likes in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
On Twitter, that is, where you can find us at abhpod, and you can interact with us, and you can send us stories, and you can receive updates of what we're doing occasionally.
Yes,
And,
sometimes.
Yeah, updates on the episodes every Sunday when they're released.
Yes. You can also find us on Facebook at abhpod, facebook.com/abhpod.
Yeah, or abhpod.com/Facebook.
Yeah.
We've got a link set up.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's for our YouTube purposes. So it doesn't matter which way around. You can email us, long form, anonymously, abhpod@gmail.com, if you so wish.
Yeah, just in case you don't want your name read out, or
Yeah.
your story is so embarrassing that it could cause you ridicule.
Or you want people to believe that we come up with stuff on our own.
Yeah. We also have a YouTube account where you can watch us
Stumble over our words.
and stuff. It's youtube.com/abhpodcast.
Yes.
Yes.
And obviously, depending on what you're listening to this on, you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher.
I was going to say Spotify then. We're not on
Spotify, we're not on
Spotify, are we?
Spotify.
High Frequencies on
I
Spotify.
haven't mentioned them in a while. Yeah, Stitcher. What else was it?
Pocket Cast.
Yeah, and Podcast Land.
Yes, well, we have received some votes. Not
have we?
very many. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't checked, if I'm honest with
I
you.
tried to have a look on there the other day.
Oh,
I
right,
couldn't
awesome.
vote, so it wasn't me. I
Oh,
couldn't
right.
vote from my tablet, so it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Someone has gone out and voted for us on
Oh,
Podcast
bless
Land,
you.
so thank you very, very much
Bless you.
indeed.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, so go and subscribe, rate and review, comment, slash, or whatever, or slash, on all of those things.
And talking of new listeners and new people on Twitter, etc., we've been followed by Susan Eisenberg.
Oh, did she follow us?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realise she followed
Yes,
us. Awesome.
she is the voice of Wonder Woman off of the Justice League cartoon
Yeah,
and things,
she
and
was-
Injustice as well, the computer game.
Skyrim as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's done quite a few.
she's a voice
done quite a
actress,
lot,
so
if you hadn't guessed.
I may.
Yeah,
have
and
to-
you can find out more about her on Nerd Church. I'm not sure which episode it is, but something about Wonder Woman. In the
It was
title.
recent. It was
was
the
very
last
recent.
couple of. It was in the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, so I didn't
No.
go and look. But yeah, she was interviewed by Nerd Church, and she is pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. And she likes podcasts, so she does check us out. Hi,
Yeah,
Susan.
hi Susan. I'm just trying to find. I think I've gone past it now.
Also,
There was Kelly
Kelly, yeah,
from Mating Habits of the Modern Geek.
yeah, at Mating Habits.
Uh-huh.
And again, you can hear Nerd Church on one of their latest
Indeed,
episodes.
yeah.
They're really good, actually. You should go and check them out. I've
At the
listened to a
moment,
few
I'm
now.
working through Weekly Geek Speak, and probably Mating Habits will have to wait until then. But
Yeah.
I'm powering through Weekly Geek Speak at the
Yeah.
moment. So I kind of left a thing for them. I've started interacting with them, but I probably won't hear it for another couple of months.
Yeah. Oh, you're going from the.
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah,
the-
I've got-
See, I don't do that anymore.
I'm
I
a
don't have
horrible
time.
completionist.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't, but hey, whatever. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah, they are very good.
Ant on an E Gaming, which is my friend Anthony from work.
Yes.
He is probably going to be a guest on the show at
Yeah,
some point
hopefully.
fairly
Yeah,
soon.
yeah,
He listens to us almost every day.
Oh, really?
And it brain fucks him because he can be listening to me while I pass him in the corridor and say hi, and you can see it in his face.
You know
The
what he's
kind of-
listening to.
The brain melt that happens
Yeah.
because I'm talking to him. It's almost like
Yeah.
talking through another dimension.
Well, that must be just very, very strange.
It must be a bit weird, yeah.
Yeah, I did watch that the video, the Minecraft What the Flock video, because he's got a YouTube channel.
He
a
does,
gaming
yeah,
channel.
Anton and E Gaming.
Yeah.
And that's going to be what he comes on to talk about.
Yeah, and it is good. It is funny.
Here we go. Cogstop Productions at cog_stop. They're a US based podcast.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think they're gaming or movies. I think they're a general interest podcast because most of the podcasts that we've been followed by lately are movie related podcasts, which is strange. Every single one, almost.
Yeah.
So there's an honourable mention for Cogstop Productions.
Yes.
I should be giving them a listen at some point, I'm sure. And finally, most recently, from last night, a guy called Dave Williams. He's from Cornwall. He's British. He's I don't even think he's a podcaster.
Nope.
He's found us, and we've been having a bit of a back and forth about Lego and spelling.
I believe if I followed the conversation right last night, he followed us via Nerdchurch via Susan Eisenberg.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Like he found Nerdchurch because of Susan Eisenberg, and then Nerdchurch recommended us, as they always do, which we really appreciate.
He went and subscribed. Yeah, we do a lot. And he went and subscribed to both us and History of Misunderstanding.
Yes.
Of course, there are many other of the podcast pals out there. Like I say, we've featured Weekly Geek Speak already. There's Stinking Paws.
Yeah.
There's Sweet Feathery Jesus.
Talking Head podcasts, which they've got Ridgecast, and they've got For the Love
affiliates.
of Pod. A lot.
Yeah. There's the couple of sports ones as well.
Why do we do this?
I don't know.
We always forget. Just go.
There's Drunk Geek Blog, of course.
Oh, of course, yes. Search hashtag For the Love. Hashtag PodPals, and you'll find everyone. I mean, we're terrible for tweeting about that, but History of Misunderstanding, Stephen from History of Misunderstanding,
he's on top of it. Do you know what? I think
mention.
I'm going to have to save specific tweets.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I get the impression that's probably what he does.
I think he's probably got a notepad
drafts.
where he's got like the tweets.
I think that's a very good idea.
Just copies and pastes.
I think that's a very good idea because I always forget people when I go in for the FF thing.
Yeah, because I'm not going to say they're exactly the same every Friday.
No,
but they're exactly the same every Friday. So search for the hashtag PodPals on Twitter and you will find everyone.
Now, we've not been around for the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks have been pre-records. 2 weeks ago was our World Cup prediction. No, that was 3 weeks ago.
That was
wasn't
3
it?
weeks
ago.
What was the fucking 2 weeks ago one? Why do we... I don't know.
It was Father's Day, wasn't it?
It was Father's Day, yeah, it was. Of course it was. Fuck me.
Right, yeah. And then last week was the Shaun Williamson interview.
Which was good fun. I had actually saved it. I hadn't listened to it, and I listened to it last week, and I did laugh a fair bit. And it's really interesting as well.
Yeah.
Like finding out all the different things he's done. And I noticed you were like, oh, yeah, when people say, my uncle had a drink with your uncle, because that's my story.
Yes.
My uncle who is called Barry, and your uncle who played Barry.
Yeah, and they have drunk together at some point.
That's why my one's different.
But we've had a fair bit of feedback over the last couple of weeks. First off, with the because we haven't been able to acknowledge them because we've not been around.
No.
So, Nerdchurch said that we were nuts to say that Argentina could be beaten by the USA. They said that the USA would never beat Argentina unless the bus crashed and the driver refused to step in to be the reserve striker.
Which is a very good point.
It is a good point, but we weren't basing it on football, of course.
No, Argentina would,
of course, beat the USA.
But
I would imagine. Although this World Cup seems to be throwing up some upsets.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk about England, and I'm quite thankful for Luis Suarez actually.
Yeah,
because he took the focus off of England.
Certainly has.
Going out in the group stages, which is the first time since '58, I believe.
Oh, something
that we went out in the group stages.
Yeah,
it was fucking horrible.
I don't care.
But yeah, Luis Suarez with his biting incident. Who was it?
This guy, man.
Did I not write his name down? Oh yeah, Cellini. Cellini from
Italy.
Was it Italian?
Yeah.
Yes, Italy. Well done. I left some of those things out, but it's not the first time that he's actually...
No, this is the third offence. Yeah.
Where he's bitten people.
One of our new listeners as well, Rob Woodcock.
Yeah.
Our mate Rob.
Yes.
He started listening, I think, around about the time of the World Cup thing.
Yeah.
And he tweeted a thing, because he plays Sunday League.
Oh, does he?
I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. by the sounds of it. I think he's done it for a while, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't anymore, he has done in the past. But he tweeted out a thing saying that if you do something like that, like biting another player in Sunday League, you get a year's ban.
Yeah, whereas Luis Suarez got 9 games.
And 4 months.
Yeah.
But
I think it's 9 games from international and 4 months of club.
Of any, he's not even allowed in a football stadium, is he?
Yes, no. Which is fair enough. But
of course.
I think
No, it's not though. It's not.
No,
like he should be banned for a year, like everyone else. There's no consistency there, is there?
But to be fair, because like the 9-game thing is like what, a couple of $100,000. What does that matter?
Yeah, to someone who earns. So I mean, it's not like he probably is going to lose his sponsorships with Adidas. From the sounds
Somebody's already taken him off of their advertising.
Yeah, I think it was Adidas, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, but he.
So he bit a player. It's the 3rd time he's done it. He should really be.
You think in the heat of the moment once?
I don't know.
It's extreme.
Yeah.
But you don't know how people work. But 3 fucking times.
Yeah.
What brings someone to do that?
Someone at one of the broadsheets, like the Telegraph or the Times, worked out the percentage.
Oh, really?
Like the likelihood that you would be bitten by Luis Suarez.
Oh, okay.
Because they did was they worked out the amount of games he's played, timesed it by the amount of people that played in those games, divided it by the amount of times that you get bitten, and blah blah blah. But it turns out that the likelihood of you being bitten by Luis Suarez is 1 in 2,000.
Yeah,
which is actually you're more likely to be bitten by Luis Suarez than a shark, or hit by lightning.
So Kevin Smith and Scott Nash, you shouldn't be afraid of sharks. You'd be afraid of Luis Suarez. Don't go swimming with Luis Suarez. Did you hear his statement?
Yeah,
it's great. In no way it happened how. Sorry, I'm going to do it verbatim. As it's written. In no way it happened how you have described, as a bite or intent to bite. After the impact, I lost my balance, making my body unstable and falling on top of my opponent. At that moment, I hit my face against the player, leaving a small bruise on my cheek and a strong pain in my teeth.
I don't believe him.
I mean, to be fair as well, like, you don't want anyone biting you, but someone like Luis Suarez, have you seen that man's teeth?
Yeah. I think Ben Copeland was saying that he looks a bit like Freddie Mercury with those teeth.
Yeah, very similar, actually, teeth. Have you actually seen the bite?
Yes.
It's not how he described it at all. He turned his head bit into his shoulder.
He lunges.
He's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he should be banned. If there's going to be any consistency at all, FIFA should have banned him for a year. Yeah. Because your man on the pub team on a Sunday playing has to be banned for a year, and he's not being looked at by, half the world.
No.
The guy just,
Well, I don't understand in a game of football why you would resort to biting.
No, I mean,
especially like there's one I've seen. There's a Vine. I did have it on there, but I'm too scared to close Reaper, like minimize Reaper and load up. But in a Vine, they've compiled all 3 of the biting incidents. And one of them, he grabs the guy's arm. It was a Liverpool-Chelsea game.
Yeah.
He grabs the guy's arm, and brings it up to his mouth, and bites him.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Why? I can't remember what the other one was. It was a Paris Saint-Germain game, and I cannot remember for the life of me. What? I know it was PSV Eindhoven.
Right.
And Juventus, possibly.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
if
that
they're
would
in the
have
same
been
league.
Champions League, I suppose.
don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I can't remember what it is, but that's the other bite. And it's just... You
when
never
someone's
want to do
got,
that.
like,
shoving, I understand. Hacking someone down, I understand. In the heat of the
Even
moment.
a bit of,
headbutting, elbows.
Yeah.
Biting.
It's not something you should do. But this is my problem with football in general. It's played by girls. I'm sorry. I'm going to scratch you and bite you.
There's.
Freaks.
I mean, you see the like Cara from Drunk Geeks when she posts like the videos of like the hockey players compared to soccer players or baseball or. And it's just like the hockey players going on with broken fingers, broken collarbones.
Wasn't there that famous story of a guy who literally died?
Yeah. He died.
Then came back.
He came back to life
and then went back on.
Yeah. But I mean, to
go back on
to be fair, in a World Cup quite a few years ago, there was a goalkeeper called Schumacher. And there's our segue. There's a goalkeeper called Schumacher who broke his neck and carried on playing.
Yeah. There was a Man City goalkeeper back in the 40s or 50s who broke his neck, carried on playing through extra time and penalties, and then went to the hospital, But that's back in the day, isn't it?
It's modern soccer / football sport where you get,
You got the pretty boys,
the players that went to drama school to learn how to play.
I mean,
football.
my big problem, the thing that really hacks me off about football generally is the fact that you're taught to dive and you're taught to roll around on the floor, putting it on. My step cousin had a tryout for Tottenham youth team, Tottenham Hotspur, and that was one of the things they were doing. For the youth team was like, oh, if you get into this position and the referee is the other side, go over and lay it on. And he said, I don't really want to do that. And they were like, well, this is what it is, so you do it or you go home. And he was like, right, okay, then go home.
It's one of those things, that is terrible. It does give...
It's ingrained in the sport.
But it does give you the advantage because you're playing to win.
Of course,
and that is one way to win. But most people play football as kids because they like playing football. They don't care about winning.
No.
Or they do, but...
And really, as a sportsman, your competitive edge should be more than that.
And cheating is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you cheat and you don't want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of World Cup, actually, should we quickly go over our table? I was going to segue to something else, but then I realised
we'll
we've got the
segue
table.
to that in a bit.
How we did.
Yeah, with our World Cup predictions.
Not great, but...
I think we've got a fairly high rate at the moment. I
mean, as well, you've got to base it on the fact, like we said about the Shaun thing, we're not basing it on the football.
Yeah.
So purely for the fact that we were basing it on the stereotype of the country and not... If you haven't listened, go back 2 episodes, 73. 72. 72, go back 3 episodes. That is our... that's our World Cup predictions based on the stereotype of the country rather than their ability to play football.
Yeah.
And, if you base it on that fact, we didn't do terribly, actually.
No, not really.
It's based, considering that we don't even care.
Yeah.
And we don't really watch it either.
I care when someone is cheating and is found to be a bit of prick.
Biting. Can you imagine being bitten on the
I know,
pictures?
It's not something that you expect. I mean, did you see that guy's face? He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh my god! Yeah. So, how did we do? I mean, the first round 16, which is just before the quarterfinals, isn't it? So you haven't got the group numbers here to say who went through on each group. So we'll go through the first match, which has already been played, actually, Brazil and Chile.
Yeah, which we got right. We put Brazil through as winners. So
did we put Chile through?
No, we didn't.
So okay.
So that's 50% already.
So far,
yeah, we're doing well.
But Brazil won that match and they've gone through. The second match was...
Which they didn't on our one. Australia beat Brazil in the second round of our one.
Of course they did. The second match, Colombia versus Uruguay.
Neither of those got through.
Very good.
So we're at 25% already.
Awesome. France versus Nigeria.
Put France through.
We put France, yeah?
Yeah.
But they didn't play.
But we didn't get Nigeria.
Okay. Germany versus, is that Algeria?
Yeah, we didn't put either of those through either.
Brilliant. Didn't even realise Algeria were playing, to be fair.
Algeria went out very early on. We couldn't decide whether they were African or European. They're African.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They're up on the north coast of Africa next
to awesome. Brilliant. So the next one was Netherlands versus Mexico.
We put both of them through and we predicted that match.
We predicted Netherlands versus Mexico.
And we predict that Netherlands will beat Mexico.
Interesting. We shall find out
on
today. 5 o'clock.
Wow. Okay.
I'll be watching that one.
With vested, we will have vested interest in that game.
The next match was Croatia versus Greece.
Nope.
No,
neither of them.
Not on that, but are they
Italy. We put Italy through.
Yeah, they didn't go through at all. They're out. To be fair, we actually predicted Italy would win. So
yeah, we didn't put Spain through. We predicted that.
Oh, brilliant! Well done, us.
Because they went out like England
which actually is very surprising.
Yeah, bearing in mind they were the holders of the World Cup from last time. They were the reigning champions.
Argentina versus, I'm going to get it wrong again, Switzerland.
Argentina and Switzerland, we both got put through, but they're not playing in the same game on ours.
Okay.
So we've obviously put them through as winners or runners up
Argentina,
the other way round.
we put through to play France.
We did,
didn't we?
Yes.
As runners up. So they obviously won their group. Last
with
match,
Iran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last match, Belgium versus USA.
Belgium and USA both went through.
But in
so we did
different-
all right. Again, different
So we
ways
didn't
around.
actually do terribly.
We did all right, actually.
Yeah.
So what you think? What you're saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 16 is 50%.
50%, which is
we
what
didn't
we
do
said.
too badly, and we predicted one match.
We predicted one match
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So again, tonight, Sunday the 29th, we're looking for the Netherlands to beat Mexico, so that we can possibly, and then they have to go out in the next round to Italy, but that's not going to happen, is it?
Well, no, because Italy aren't in it anymore. So oh well.
So we're doing all right. We're 50%.
Yeah.
We're
but
50% for Italy to win the World Cup.
I hope you didn't bet on Italy to win the World Cup, by the way.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have listened to us.
I mean, we had a conversation. I had a conversation with Shaun from their church, actually. Being that he's lives in the USA, I think he's half Argentinian.
That's
he was
right,
born
yeah.
in the USA, so
Yeah.
he's supporting Argentina rather than USA.
Yeah.
And he said, like, so far as the episode came out, we were doing better than he did in his bracket.
Yeah, that's
I think.
right.
And he said, I understand why I put England to go so far. And I said, all right, calm down. It's not like all of us can have a second country to root for if our team is shit.
I mean, my second country is Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And they've never been in the World Cup.
I'm so far from being. I have got Irish heritage, but it's so far off. It's not worth me.
Yeah.
I don't feel I could, in good conscience, support Northern Ireland. Really,
I'm barely there, if I'm honest.
But you're still taking. You drink Guinness and you've got a clover tattoo and a Celtic band.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I big up my 25%.
Yeah. So I was talking about the goalkeeper Schumacher who played with a
yes,
broken
you were.
neck. Now Michael Schumacher,
Yes, someone who
racing
we've
driver,
talked about quite a
he
lot.
had an accident on the 29th of December and he was in a coma
For
for
pretty much
170
6
days.
Yeah, almost 5 and a bit months.
Yeah, he's actually out of his
Yes.
coma now.
Yeah,
I think
which is-
he's don't think he's home. Is he home having
I
rehab, or
don't
is
know
he
whether
moved
he's
to?
home. I think he's in a German hospital now.
Yeah, so
rather
he was
than a Swiss one.
He was in Grenoble Hospital. It doesn't say where he's been moved to.
I think he was moved to another hospital in Germany, but I'm not 100% sure.
But yeah, so he's actually communicating with his wife and children, according to Bild, which I believe is a German newspaper
Yeah.
or magazine company. So, but yeah, his manager Sabine Kem said that his family would like to expressly thank all physicians, nurses, and therapists. Which, to be fair, they've done an amazing job.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
for
he
someone
was-
to be in a coma for...
It was medically induced coma,
Yeah.
but to give his body time to repair. But yeah, so they send out good wishes. Thanks also to people who've sent out good wishes and ask for your understanding as to further rehabilitation to take place outside of the public, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
And I think, to be fair, it's been pretty good. Other than a couple of days after he was released from hospital, there was a thing going around on Facebook that he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I only read about that this morning. It's just
Yeah.
like, you fucking sick fucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of sick fucks, his medical records were stolen
No way.
and they're being offered for like £40,000.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right. That's disgusting, but then why would you want his medical records?
Don't really know.
And I think it's fairly illegal
Yeah.
as well to like buy them and
Yeah,
to...
surely whoever's selling them can be found quite easily now that they've posted it on I guess,
and the thing is-
eBay. Or...
Oh, I don't know where they're trying to sell it to magazines, and
Right,
I think
yeah,
they've been giving
yeah.
information to a certain magazine as well, and it's like, it's not on.
No.
Why
But
would you
also,
want his
what's
medical
interesting
records?
on
Yeah,
there?
exactly. I know.
You know, it doesn't make a lot of sense,
That's my
does
point.
it?
You know, he had an accident. You know, he was in a really bad way, and he was in a coma. So they're going to give him the usual sort of treatment.
Coma-inducing drugs
yeah, and you know,
whatever else they
probably
needed to do to give
steroids
them-
and
Yeah.
it's.
I don't know.
What, do you want to find out how many times he shit himself?
Yeah,
To
probably.
be fair, I'm sure he's had a catheter and a colostomy bag. So
I don't know,
it's-
man. Like it's strange that I don't.
Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think it's illegal to buy medical records and it's illegal to publish.
Well, yeah, it's
Contents of
doctor-patient
medical records.
confidentiality, isn't it?
So, what use is it?
No.
So,
So even
if you're
if they
thinking
did
of buying the
sell it-
medical records, if you've got a spare 40 grand, don't.
Yeah, because you
You'll get in
can't
trouble.
publish it anyway, because you'll get in trouble for publishing it. You'll be breaching confidentiality clauses.
And if they find out you brought it, you'll
be jailed
because you've got somebody's medical records.
Yeah.
It's
That's a bit sick, but we're glad that he's made a recovery.
Yeah,
that's the main.
It's good. I mean, obviously, we'll never see him back in a car.
No,
anything,
but I would imagine he'll still return to motor racing as a kind of ambassador figure,
pundit.
Yeah,
as well.
quite possibly. Yeah,
Part
depends.
of the team.
Well, it depends on how well he does recover.
Yeah, well, that's
suppose,
true. We don't.
really.
To be fair, we don't actually know what state his mind is either.
Exactly.
He might,
that long being in a coma.
Can you imagine waking up?
What,
can you imagine
after half
losing
a year?
170 days?
Yeah, that would be fucked.
I mean, people will get messed up after losing a week. Fuck.
Yeah, it's got to be confusing. And of course, he'll wake up as well and see that Mercedes are well ahead of everyone else in the Constructors' Championship and wonder why the hell he retired in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make slightly light.
Yeah.
But,
well,
Yeah.
Do you think he'll blame himself?
I would hope not.
Man, I shouldn't have had that accident. Oh, dear.
But maybe he needed to have the accident so the Mercedes would do well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what spurred them on.
Yeah. I imagine he might come back as a sort of advisor to teams
he was,
if he's in a good state.
Yeah, he was working with Mercedes anyway.
Oh, so he was an advisor,
in
advisory position.
And he was doing all the he was doing a lot of PR stuff for the sport.
That seems messed up to me. Schumacher with Mercedes.
Yeah, I know. Is this where he ended his second career?
His Ferrari.
Yeah.
That seems wrong to me.
He was well known for Ferrari anyway, but yeah, he kind of that's where he ended up. But it's a German team, so
in any picture they publish of Schumacher, he's always in the red of the Ferrari.
Yeah, well, it
you
was
very rarely see him in the black and silver,
and white. Yeah, silver or white.
Yeah, you very rarely see him.
Yeah, it's just it's synonymous with his winning, basically. You know, he came back after a few years out into Mercedes and just wasn't as competitive. But then you wouldn't be because you've been out of the sport for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and he came back just because he missed it, not because he wanted to win anymore. He probably lost.
Yeah. He'd lost the edge.
Mercedes thought they were onto a winner. Whoops.
No, it was good publicity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
basically.
definitely. Get a bit of extra sponsorship and money for... Not that they need it, to be fair.
Yeah, but they built on it, and then they built this car that is just beating the shit out of everyone at the moment. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It's a bit like the Nicky Lauda thing, isn't it? Like from Rush.
Well,
goes to a team, he advises on the car. And
Nicky Lauda's part of Mercedes
racing
as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he changed the face of the car. He changed the cars completely, really, didn't he?
Yeah.
Don't go with that joke, Tom. There wasn't a joke there.
No, I know. You didn't mean it to be punished,
I didn't mean it to be
you?
punished, no. I feel so bad now. It was your face. I was like, what's he look? Oh, fuck. Completely changed the car.
Yes.
The way they designed cars and built cars.
Yeah.
And I only know that because of the film.
Yeah.
I know nothing about... I know about as much about motor racing as I do about football.
Which I'm surprised at that has, grabbed the attention of people who don't follow the sport as well. People like Jake over at Talking Head Podcast raves about Rush as well.
It is a fantastic film.
It really is.
Like the story itself, obviously it's been...
slightly dramatised, yeah. I mean, but it's not far from the truth because, again, Lauda had a say in the producing of the film.
Yeah, but I think weren't they a lot better friends than the film portrayed?
Yes.
During the competitive
they
side
weren't
as
quite
well.
as
like at the end of the film, they became friends, whereas they were actually quite friendly,
good friends, but had this kind of bantery
on the track. It was totally different, But hey,
there were more things about that. Was just essentially a roundup of the World Cup one, but we've branched off into sport.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of correspondence to do with the Father's Day one. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Robbie Polanco, the Pod Pal superfan, was saying that what you said about your dad at the beginning of the episode was cool.
Yeah.
I, for one, that's really that. When I heard that, I was like, that's class.
Do you know what? It was really difficult as well because we're not that kind of family.
No,
we don't say nice stuff about each other. Despite what we think, that
you're not
genuinely meant everything I said, and it's like it was really difficult because we don't talk like that to each other. But hey,
that was cool, man. I really enjoyed it,
and I had to do it because I needed to ask him to be my best man.
Yeah,
I had to do it.
Yeah.
But,
No, that was cool. That was class. I like that. Nerd Church said they also wanted to see you dressed as Spider-Man scaling Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
But you're not separated from Liz, and you're not fighting for the rights of
No. Who knows?
Child, so. Maybe
Not
it's
even married
with-
yet, and I'm already talking about separate. Just want to get married, because that's my ambition, is to scale back. But I need to get married to be able to do it.
True. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
It's all going to be a massive thing for the podcast.
Look, if they want me to dress as Spider-Man, I'll do it. I won't climb Buckingham Palace, though. Maybe a tree.
Maybe Maidstone Museum.
Yeah. Sit on top of the glass
Well, we need
case
to
with
work
the mummy.
out. We need to work out a Kickstarter for that plaque.
For Shaun.
Yeah. So we'll look into that still. We had some good reactions to that as well. From again Nerd Church, Robbie, Rob Woodcock said that the 4 stone of cock was the highlight of the episode for him.
Yeah, and that was 5 minutes in.
That was
And did you see Nerd Church started the hashtag?
Yes,
It runs in the family.
It runs in the family. I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah, it was good.
And apologies to Jim from Swanscombe for spoiling the fact that Barry gets put in jail.
Yeah.
He said that he's got 15 years worth of VHS recordings to catch up on. So I do apologise, Jim. I'm worried because Swanscombe's not that far away from here. I've been
I don't know what the man's capable
lying
of.
awake at night. The last couple of weeks have been awful.
Yeah, he might write a song about you.
He might write a song about it, yeah. Or put me in his novel.
Something else I noticed from that episode as well. In the intro, in the episode,
Yeah.
you said to Shaun, you were talking about us, and you said that we've been friends for 11 years. In the intro, we said 18.
Did we?
Yeah. It was after you went as well. I went 18 years. 18 years?
18 years?
I was like, no, 2003 was when you met Corky at Reading, because that's the year I always remember, because that's the year I was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Because AFI were playing, and that was supposed to be my first year at Reading, but I didn't go that year. So we met in 2013 after Reading.
Or 2003.
Fuck's sake. 2003 after Reading in 2003. So
Yeah.
it's been 11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not 18 like we said in the intro.
No. I got it right in the actual interview, but we got it wrong.
Yeah. But you said it in the intro as well.
I say
I
it?
agreed.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
So,
where I plucked that
I don't know what
out
happened there. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Shaun episode was
It
good.
just
Like I
feels
said.
longer, doesn't it?
It does feel like a long time. Oh, dearie me.
But yeah, so that's been, there's been some great feedback from the last few episodes. We've picked up some new listeners, so welcome to all of you guys.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah,
please.
Like Dave Williams from down in Cornwall. He's our second Cornish listener.
Yes.
After Paul.
Yeah.
Who still hasn't produced his podcast yet. I'm waiting for that.
I haven't checked his SoundCloud, but there was 2 or 3 on his SoundCloud.
Oh, right. Maybe I
But
should
he
go
needs
back.
to
Yeah, when
get
I
in
last
touch with us.
checked-
We'll sort you out.
Yeah, we've done it before. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll get you onto iTunes and stuff if you need help with that, because I really enjoyed their
Yeah.
podcast. It was really good.
Yeah, that's it. It is. There was some interesting stuff debated.
Yes.
And various levels of
Bit of toilet
soberness.
humour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We liked it, Paul. Paul McAvoy, get yourself sorted out.
Please.
Yeah, get in touch. But yes, so that was all the kind of catching up, I guess. Really,
Yeah.
I've not been up to very
Couple
much
of
because
new-
Jo has been doing her marking the GCSE papers. So literally up until the middle of last week, this desk was full of
really?
papers, like stacked up to here.
Jesus.
This whole half of the table.
I really don't envy her.
Oh, it's awful. And she did 2 sets of exam
She did
marking
2
this
lot,
year. She
2
did one
schools?
for AQA
Oh,
and
okay.
one for Cambridge Exam Board.
How do you even get your head around? Because they have different marking.
Completely different types of marking. Cambridge was all
Criteria, yeah.
online.
Oh yeah, Cambridge is big online
Yeah.
distance learning.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
keep
I
looking
think
at
she
them.
was marking. She thinks she was marking a lot of American papers as well.
Going for English qualifications.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they were using colloquialisms that we wouldn't use, and she didn't give me any examples.
Yeah, because I think Stanford University have an online presence where British people can actually get qualifications at Stanford University.
Okay.
I think they're quite big on that.
So it's probably the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, have I done a lot? obviously we took the time off because I had plans, I think, wasn't it? I mean, obviously there was Father's Day.
Father's Day was obvious. We had
just
to
spending
do,
with the family. Yeah. I felt so bad about listening back to it, but I think it just...
I have absolutely no issues with the fact that my dad is a cunt.
You have no daddy issues. I think Freud... Oh, no, he was mum, wasn't he?
Yeah, no.
He was mother. But...
I don't want to fuck my dad.
Or anyone that reminds you of him. So Father's Day spent with the family, went to see my dad and Liz's dad. We went to Eastbourne because it was Liz's mum's birthday. That's why we took last weekend off. Mm-hmm. And that was nice. It's fucking hot.
Yeah, it was a really nice weekend.
We just sat out in the garden because they all sat in the conservatory and that was horrible.
It's like sitting in a greenhouse.
And last night, Chloe had her second show at the Hazlitt Theatre. Dance Fantasia. It was the 50th anniversary of the Dance Fantasia for Maidstone Dance Studios.
Yeah, I saw the
fantastic.
tweets or the Facebook things.
Starting to get worried how much I like musicals and dancing.
Do you think you need a support group?
Possibly.
It'll be you and Shaun and Miles.
Oh, for the musicals, yeah. But I like dancing as well, which is what I enjoyed watching it. It was just
you
incredible.
had a vested interest in it as well, didn't you? I mean,
yeah, but Chloe was like the 5th out of 32 dances. So we watched Chloe and then we sat and watched the rest of it. But what they did was incredible. Like there was some, obviously the young ones, it looked very amateurish. But when you get to the older, it was amazing. They've got a new teacher. He's hip hop. And his breakdancing was incredible. Right. They've got a big tap element to that school. They've a lot of their students of tap are a part of like a big company, like tap company, and they've won like gold medals and UK championships over the last year. And they're just amazing.
Fair
just
play.
a really good. And Chloe, seeing the progression from her first show, which was 2 years ago, to this one, she's just it's just really good.
Come on.
I really enjoyed last night. Like, it surprised me because 2 years ago I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is terrible. This is rubbish. This isn't as good as it should be, like as I expected. But this year it was,
Okay.
I'm really proud of her, obviously.
Because you were saying that
it's a long day as well because she goes to dancing on the Saturday. So what happens is there's a few different schools, or the same school but a few different locations around Maidstone, and if the kids go to dance during the week, they do their show on the day they go to dance.
Okay.
But if you're during the week, you get one show in the evening. Chloe's on a Saturday. She has to do a matinee and an evening show.
Wow.
Yeah. So she did 2 shows yesterday.
Blimey.
So my parents went to the matinee, we went to the evening show. So it's such a long day for her.
Yeah.
She was absolutely knackered. And then she had to get up for a swimming lesson for 8:30 this morning. And she's gone to the beach today.
You're working that kid quite hard.
I know, and we're looking to get her into tap as well.
Yeah.
So
fair play. As long as she's enjoying it, that's all
she
that
loves
matters,
it.
isn't it?
She
Yeah. So
absolutely
that's
loves it.
you want to encourage kids with doing what they want to do.
Yes. Especially something creative as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she wants to learn guitar as well, so I'm looking for a guitar for her.
Shooter.
So, no, not a tutor. I can teach her the basics.
Can teach her the basics. Yeah.
Yeah, I can teach her everything I know, which is the basics. I was in a punk band. What do you want from me?
You only need 3 chords.
Yeah. 3 fingers, 3 chords. That'll do,
Yeah.
You can play every song.
So what was going to go on to say? I've completely lost it now.
Sorry.
You were saying that they were doing some really interesting things. Instead of doing traditional ballet type music, it was to, you know.
I mean, Chloe's was to When Will My Life Begin from Tangled, which is, you can kind of see that.
Yeah, it's kind of pop standardy ballady type stuff.
Yeah, but they were doing. There was an older crew. They did a Michael Bublé, A Beautiful Day, which is more of an upbeat song, and it's like very. Yeah, it's just weird. You don't expect that, but it was really good. And then there was like a mashup of rock songs, like they did at Aerosmith. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, which is, that works. That makes sense. But then they were doing it to like Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine, and Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
That's
and it was
pretty
like,
cool.
And you think ballet to those?
Yeah, it doesn't kind of go together, does it?
But it does.
But
it really worked really well. I was very, very surprised. But it was a bit unusual.
Yeah.
But, it was their 50th anniversary. There was pyrotechnics and everything.
Wow.
We'll be getting a DVD Blu-ray, but we're not allowed to upload anything, unfortunately. But I can lend you the 2.5 hour show if you want, Tom.
I was going to say. As long as you put a marker in.
Yeah, here's Chloe's dance.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liz.
It's somewhere near the beginning.
Yeah. But Liz, being Liz, with the emotional girl she is, as soon as Chloe walked on stage, she started crying. And then there was a moment where Chloe came to the front of the stage to do a bit. Like there was because her row was in the back, and then they moved to the front for part of it. And Liz just totally lost it, just in floods of tears. You know, it is emotional seeing her up there.
Of course it is.
Fucking, it is. It's just so weird. Like we made that.
Yeah.
Something came from us is there.
Literally.
Yeah, came from me. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, very, very proud moment. As was asking my dad to be best man.
Indeed.
Very
it's been quite a good couple of weeks,
yes,
hasn't it?
yeah. I'm feeling positive about life.
Yeah. Let's bring it right back down again.
Cool.
We got an email from Megan Colgate, who has been a contributor before. Yeah. She said that she'd found a follow-up on the Josie Cunningham thing that we did. It must have been 6 or 7 episodes ago now, I think. Basically, she's a woman who was going to go on Big Brother, but then got pregnant, and then was saying she was going to have an abortion.
Yes.
So that she could get on there. And then Big Brother were like, no.
Bad publicity is not good publicity.
Yeah. You know, not all publicity is good.
No.
So yeah, there's a follow-up article from, again, it's the Daily Mail, so pinch of salt, people.
Looking forward to this.
Headline reads: Now the wannabe model who had NHS boob job gets £6,000 of cabs on the taxpayer because she gets too much hate on the bus and says we should be grateful it's not private hire cars.
Can I point out?
Yeah.
One of the things she wanted from her fame was a big pink Land Rover or Range Rover.
Yeah.
Now she has to get cabs because she can't get on the bus.
Because she didn't get on Big Brother.
Does she not drive?
Evidently not.
So what the fuck does she want a big pink Land Rover for?
To be driven around in one, I'm sure. Josie Cunningham infamously had 32A breasts enlarged to 36 double D on the NHS.
Too much of a jump, if you ask me.
Yeah, slightly. Now claims she cannot take her 2 children to nursery or school by bus. Leeds City Council chiefs grant requests to use taxis costing £150 a week. The pregnant 24-year-old says, "Why should I foot the bill? I'm too well recognised." Oh. Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking have it. She provoked outrage when she had her breasts enlarged on the NHS because her flat chest upset her. Oh. Now aspiring glamour model
I thought it was the bullying that upset her, not the fact she had no boobs.
Yeah, that's what she claimed in the last article.
Yeah.
Was the bullying because she had a flat chest. I suppose it's kind of hand in hand, but it wasn't the fact. More than a handful's a waste. Yeah. So now it's, now aspiring glamour model Josie Cunningham is risking the wrath of taxpayers yet again for taking council-funded taxi trips worth nearly £6,000 a year because she said she is too scared to take the bus. The 24-year-old claims she is so hated following publicity about her breast operation that she cannot use public transport to take her 2 young children to and from school. Now, I would say it's not from the breast implants.
No.
I would say it's probably due to the abortion thing.
Story.
That she...
Do you know what's worse about this, actually? It's just because I saw this conversation on Facebook. There's a woman... So she's getting £150 a week taxis.
Yeah.
Because she can't get the bus because she's getting recognised. Yeah. Now, there's a woman who's moved across Maidstone. And her child went to a school. She's got 2 children. One went to school where she used to live. Right. Now they've moved. He's on a waiting list for a new school. So they have to walk 4 miles.
Wow.
Every morning to take him to school, which at the moment is fine. She can take him to school. But her youngest is about to start school in September. Yeah. Her youngest has got a place at the local school.
Okay.
So now she's got her youngest in one school local and one. So she's asked the council for a taxi for him to get across town.
Right.
And they've said no.
Really?
Yeah. They've said he can't have a taxi because he's not disabled. Because they supply taxis for disabled children, obviously, which is fair enough.
Yeah, of course.
But now he's in junior school. So he's like under the age of 11. He has to walk 4 miles on his own across. They're expecting him to walk 4 miles alone across town.
That's not right.
But this fucking beast
yeah.
of a woman.
Yeah. Oh.
Because she's
That's
getting bullied.
awful.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
But so she's looking at how to do it, and she might have to take him out of school and say she's homeschooling him
That's ridiculous.
to move him up the list to get into this other school. Yeah, it's it's not the school's fault.
No,
They've got a
not
waiting
at all.
list.
Yeah.
But
it's got to happen.
the council
that way.
aren't going to supply her, so I think she's going to local MPs.
Yeah,
for help,
I'd imagine she
which
should.
is fine.
She should get it.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
But the council should just go, oh, yeah, no, that's fine. You can't expect him to walk across
and
town on his
as
own.
well, like he's on the waiting list for the other school. He'll probably get in there
Eventually,
you know, it might not be straight away, but it's not going to be like he's going to be catching this taxi every day for the next however many years.
It's disgusting. So that just adds.
And then we've got the obligatory
picture
with her horrible nails and her massive boobs.
And her orange skin.
Yeah. She told her GP that the stress was giving her anxiety attacks and that her children aged 6 and 3 were missing school and nursery as a result. Bad parenting.
Yeah.
Leeds City Council has reportedly now accepted an application for free school taxi trips on health grounds.
For her, though, not for her kids.
Yeah, not for the kids.
I don't think stupidity counts as a health issue, does it?
It's not. No. No. It means Miss Cunningham, a single mother who is 5 months pregnant, so she never did get that abortion because Big Brother said no.
So there's A positive.
Yeah. Yeah, so at least,
Except that baby's going to be brought up by her. Oh, no, her parents. It's fine. Carry on.
It's so true. It means Miss Cunningham, a single mother who is 5 months pregnant, is receiving around £150 for free fares a week, the equivalent of £5,700 per school year.
Yeah, because obviously school year's not 12 months, is it?
No. Comparing herself to former glamour model Katie Price, she said, "You wouldn't see Katie Price get a bus.
Because she can drive.
And I'm much more hated than her." Well,
that's not
the point.
That's not justification, is it?
Katie Price, as horrible as she is, has made a career for herself.
Oh, she's actually as annoying and as dumb as she comes across. Katie Price is a very savvy businesswoman.
She's written 7 books.
No, she hasn't.
No, I know.
She's a very savy businesswoman.
She's made a couple of videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's made her money. She has other facets. She's not just a glamour model.
And when she started out, she was a very attractive woman.
Yeah, and then she got all plasticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've made no fucking money.
You haven't done anything yet.
You've done nothing. You've got your boobs for free on the AHS. Which
that's what brought you into the public eye.
Yeah, then you went on to have a bit of a glamouring career because of the fact that you got this boob job done.
I think that was Daily Star glamour career.
Yeah,
and all,
it's not going to be, she's not in bloody Playboy or FHM.
Or even The Sun, which is like a A-list tabloid.
That's where you go.
The Daily Star, are they the ones that reported about the London bus on the moon?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. They're,
the bastions of truth.
Yeah.
So she says, I'm much more hated than her. Rightly so.
Yep.
Why should I foot the bill when it's the public who cause me so much discomfort? They can pay for it. I couldn't get a bus again. I'm too well recognised, and the amount of hate I receive makes it impossible to get public transport.
You're the reason the public hate you, so it is your fault. I don't think she understands, does she?
No, because she's terminally thick.
Terminally. Yeah, so she's the reason the public hate her. So she's the reason that she's receiving all this hate. You should foot the bill because your children need to get to school.
Yeah, you dippy tart. Ugh. And in a brazen interview with The Sun, she added, taxpayers should be grateful it's only taxi fares and not private hire cars.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Oh, yeah, sorry, love, you're saving us money, aren't you?
Yeah.
You fucking whore. Yesterday, she refused to comment further and referred all questions to her agent. Miss Cunningham shot to notoriety last year when she had a £4,800 operation to increase her bust size from 32A to 36 double D.
You've already covered that.
Already said that, Daily Mail. Claiming she'd been bullied since she was 14 for having a flat chest.
That's
her operation was carried out by the same NHS trust that had refused to fund surgery that would have enabled a 2-year-old girl with a form of cerebral palsy to walk.
Yeah.
Which we covered a few episodes ago and is still sickening.
Yeah.
Miss Cunningham later claimed her breasts were so big she found them embarrassing, and she said the NHS should pay for a reduction.
You chose the size. It's not the NHS's fault.
No. Miss Cunningham later claimed... then she tried to... sorry, I've lost myself. Then she tried to placate public opinion by promising to pay back the cash. But when she became pregnant after working as a £1,000 a night escort, I'd forgotten that part of the story, she admitted she... So she's... that's where she was getting her money from.
Yeah.
Not that obviously she...
£1,000 a night? And you're getting taxpayers to pay your taxi fare?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you're fucking people for £1,000 a night. She admitted she cannot uphold her pledge, and now continues to be a drain on public funds. Indeed, 2 months ago, she boasted that she would be having £2,500 of free dental work now she's expecting. Yeah, because that was another reason she wanted to keep the kid, wasn't it?
To get her NHS card.
So that she could have a cosmetic tooth realignment.
I'm sure the NHS dental cards do not cover cosmetic work at all. It's just for checkups and cavities and things like that.
Because Joe's had to go private because her thing is cosmetic.
Yeah, but it's when you're pregnant, you get free dental work.
Yeah,
but I don't
not
think
for cosmetics.
I don't think that covers cosmetic work.
Yeah,
at all.
Since last month, Miss Cunningham and her children have been driven 2.5 miles to and from the local school twice a day. The journey would cost around £30 a week.
And that's only 2.5 miles. This person that I know is having to walk 4 miles.
Yeah, it's obscene. It's completely obscene.
I mean, to give you an idea, I think he went to Eastborough. He goes to Eastborough.
Yeah.
He's wanting to go to Sandling. They've moved to
Blimey,
Heath.
Yeah,
that's a long...
That is a long, long way.
Yeah. So, I mean, that local.
Yeah,
local knowledge. Regional.
For those of you like Rob.
Yeah.
Rob Woodcock.
Yeah, Rob Woodcock.
He'll know.
Yeah.
He'll understand.
I mean, this reminds me as well where you're saying about she's a drain on us. I've been told a story recently. I'm not going to tell where because it's from a solicitor's office.
Right.
So, there was a story. There was a girl in there. Oh, why was she in there? She was in there for some situation. I can't remember what it was, but she's got a kid and she has to work now because something's been... anyway, she was in there with one of her friends.
Yeah.
She's got a kid, but she's having to pay for something now. She's having to go to work to pay for something. Her friend went, "Oh, why don't you have another baby?" And she turned around and said, "Oh, yeah, I would, but, it's hard to find someone to have a baby with when you're going through divorce proceedings or something or some weird thing where she's single now.
Yeah.
So the father of her previous child has left her. She's single.
Yeah.
And she said it's hard to find someone to get you pregnant. It is she's not even looking for another boyfriend. She just wants to find a sperm donation.
Transaction, isn't it?
Yeah, a sperm donor to get her pregnant so she doesn't have to go back to work. Fucking people like that make you sick.
Yeah,
or it's something to do with the council list getting a bigger house or something, and it's no.
Kids shouldn't be seen as a commodity, should they?
Yeah, and it did spark this huge conversation on Facebook. You might have seen, to be fair. I saw a status, but I didn't read any further. Oh, all the comments and people are going, well, it's hard being a single mum. It's like, yes, it is hard being a single mum, but the problem here is she's trying to find someone to get her pregnant so she doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
Not that she's not working because she's a single mum.
Yeah.
Yes, single mothers, or home, not even single mothers, just mums that don't go to work. It's not a problem. That's not the problem.
No, the problem is
it's the ones who are trying to find a reason not to go to work.
It's
not that you're staying at home and looking after your kid. That's fine.
But if the benefits weren't if the benefit system wasn't as fucked up as it is, people would have to go to work, or it would be more attractive for people to go to work than it would be to stay on benefits.
Yeah, because a lot of the time, some of the jobs you're getting paid less for working than you're receiving benefit.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
A member of my step family was saying just the other day, I was round at my parents' house and she was there, And she was saying that if she found a job that was more than 16 hours a week, then it wouldn't be worth doing at all because she'd lose 50% of her, single mother's whatever.
Yeah,
And
once
it's
you
like-
work over 16 hours, I don't think you can claim any benefits.
Yeah,
or there's
yeah.
a benefit you can't
But
claim.
the benefits
But
are so large that
those 16 hours
Yeah.
don't cover what you're losing in pay.
and it's ridiculous.
It is messed up.
Yeah, it's not right. And I've known couples to kind of stay on benefits and have a couple of kids because if they stopped being on the benefits and got full-time jobs themselves, they would be on less.
Yeah. However, there's a point of pride that plays into it as well. I think when I was working full-time and then when I lost and I got cut down to 12 hours a week, it would have benefited us if I had just quit work.
Yeah. Rather than
and claim benefits.
done
But the
12
problem
hours.
is if I'd have quit work, I wouldn't have been entitled to the benefits because I put myself out of work.
Yeah, it's such a weird...
So I was going to work earning less than people who were at home who didn't want to work.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it? It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm like you. I would rather work and not earn as much
less. Yeah,
because I'm still working and contributing.
Yeah, I handouts I can't do.
However, we're contributing to dumb cunts like this.
Yes.
Oh,
fuck her.
But Leeds Council this year is having to make savings of £50 million from its budget. A spokesman said, "We're not able to comment on individual cases. However, the council takes matters relating to attendance at school extremely seriously. Miss Cunningham's neighbours were not impressed. A father of 4, who did not want to be named, said it seems like she's doing it to annoy people."
Fucking name him.
Yeah.
I would want to be named.
I'd want to be named as well. It's her next door neighbour.
Yeah. A next door neighbour who doesn't want to be named. He's got 4 kids. Just in case you didn't know who he was, Josie. He's the one with 4 kids.
She won't be able to work it out though, will she? Let's face it.
Good point. Oh no, she did get quite a few GCSEs though. She did well in school, remember?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, she was promising and she had a
But
career in the
then
Navy.
working out who your neighbour is, that's common sense.
Yeah.
Which is different to intelligence.
It is, yeah. It seems like she's doing it to annoy people. Thousands of pounds are being wasted, and there are people out there who need it. She's just money grabbing and gives genuine claimants a bad name. Parents are struggling to put food on the table, and she gets the school run for free in a comfortable taxi. A young mother said, "I see the taxis come and go. They're nice black and white taxis as well. It's ridiculous."
It is ridiculous that they're black and white taxis.
She's not being picked up by a rickshaw.
She's not in a Ford Escort.
It's not some Rover 25.
I gave her one of those nice black and white ones and all. God, she seems like she's a full fucking...
Again, young mother, you are missing the point. Yeah. No one gets special treatment like her, and she doesn't care. She loves the attention.
Yes.
Yeah, we know. Yesterday, hundreds of readers posted messages on Mail Online to condemn Miss Cunningham and Leeds Council for funding her. One reader said, "Make her walk. It's just outrageous that she's still fleecing the taxpayers and has no regrets." While another wrote, "Sack the person who okayed paying for this taxi service." And then the rest of the page, see how far up my cursor is?
All comments.
The rest of the page is comments.
Now, let's play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
If she has to get the bus, her kids don't go to school.
But only because they're getting abuse thrown at her by people on the bus. Like, would that be that would be damaging for a child to see her mother getting verbally abused?
Yeah, so she's not taking her kids to school on the bus. So her kids are missing out on education. She's getting a taxi, her kids are going to school.
Yeah.
So if you look on that side, Leeds Council are doing a good thing because they're ensuring that the kids get the education they need.
Yeah, it's true. But she should be paying.
She should be paying, yeah, but she's not going to.
No, because she's got celebrity.
But the Leeds Council are making sure her kids go to school, which is fine. But I'll tell you what you should do, which is what happens to all other parents.
Yeah.
If your kids don't go to school, the parents get a fine.
Yeah.
That will soon fucking make her take her kids to school.
Yeah, it'll buck her ideas up, won't it? I mean, let's face it, right? If she's earning £1,000 a night for being an escort...
now, is she? Because she's pregnant.
Yeah, true. Some people are into it, though.
Good point.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, all right. So she's lost her funding, but
let's just say when her photo shoots with magazines and her stories in magazines, she's not doing it for free.
No,
she's getting thousands for that as well.
No,
she's not.
I tell you what, Josie. Just get your tits out in a load of magazines. You know, get one of those classy, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm going to get my top off because I'm pregnant things that everyone else seems to be doing.
Demi Moore.
Yeah, that's it. It's her, wasn't it? And then there was a couple other people that did it too.
Gwyneth Paltrow probably did it.
Probably.
She's another dickhead,
Yeah.
isn't she? With their conscious uncoupling.
Just go out and do a bunch of photo shoots, earn some money, pay for it yourself. Like, don't ask
You're complaining
for it
that
for
people
free.
are hating on you.
Yeah.
Stop doing things to make us hate
And
you.
you compare yourself to Katie Price, but she's paying for her kids to go to school.
She earns a considerable more.
She is considerably richer than you.
Nice.
And just pull your head out your arse.
Please, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that.
Yeah, let's get quickly.
She's becoming our Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, yeah. Josie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Josie Cunningham. So.
Speaking of which.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this working.
Okay.
I need to turn down. So, this Friday, I think we need to address it before it happens.
Okay.
Next Friday, yeah, I know it does.
Friday coming, that is.
Is American Independence Day, isn't it?
Oh, yes, July 4th.
July 4th. We have...
It's when Will Smith punches an alien in the face.
Yeah, or he dives into a tunnel that's got fire going through it.
Yeah.
And the fire doesn't go through into the doorway.
Yeah.
That one.
Killing dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the dog jumps into the doorway, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the door protects it from the fire.
No, there's no door. It's open.
Yeah, no,
it's open. The
good
fire
point.
just goes past the open hole,
Yeah,
as it
good
does.
point. Yeah, sorry.
So there's Stephen Merchant has done an advert for Newcastle Brown Ale.
As he now.
About if the War of Independence went the other way,
Right.
and the UK were in charge of America.
Okay.
And there's just this like 32-second clip that made me laugh. Let's just play it quickly.
Do you really still have to celebrate your emancipation from us? I mean, that's like your girlfriend breaking up with you and then celebrating with fireworks every year for 300 years. It gets my goat. But what really gets my goat is imagining how great America would be if we were still in charge. Oh, America, if we'd won the war, you'd have better comedy, news, TV programs, and way better rude words. Oh, I'm talking fanny, trollop, minger, tar, minge bag, bleeding, sodding, blooming, cocked up, get stuffed, and of course, wanker. Imagine
It's
how
amazing.
sophisticated you'd
I just love that bit.
Wanker.
And of course, wanker. Can you imagine though? I just love that. I mean, you can go and find the video. I don't know what it's called. It's on HuffPost. I found that. It's just about Stephen Merchant's American Independence. It's just
I like that.
so good. The whole advert's brilliant. It's like 2.5 minutes long, but just that bit of bleeding fucking wankers. Swear words.
Of course, we're glad that you're independent from us. We would never think otherwise.
No, of course.
It's not like we couldn't take it back if we wanted.
No. What the fuck?
Yeah, so what was the other thing?
I don't know.
I can't remember what it was. I've only got this and it's not very interesting.
And we're over an hour.
And we're over an hour.
So, right now,
Let's call it a day.
Let's call it a day. Fuck it. We'll end it
With
on that
Stephen
clip,
Merchant,
Stephen Merchant.
Insulting the Americans.
He's not insulting.
No, it's not.
He's like, you're doing well.
It is a bit
but
strange.
You'd be a lot better
Yeah,
if we were still in charge.
Still in charge.
You can't argue, really, can you?
We're going to get so much flack for this week.
No, we're not.
They know we don't mean it.
We've got Doctor Who.
It's true. They love it.
Yeah. No, can you imagine Doctor Who with an American
No,
Doctor Who?
it wouldn't work.
Ugh. No. Doesn't get bear thinking about. Speaking of which, that's back in August.
Yeah. Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch it because I like him.
Yeah.
But I'm probably not going to.
I might give
the first episode a chance.
You'd still enjoy. I think you'd still enjoy it, but there'd be, if you've watched the whole season, series, whatever, you'd enjoy it more because there'll be callbacks and
sure,
you know, you're already there with some of the characters. But hey, I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed, yes.
You don't like Doctor Who talk.
It doesn't bother me really
because everyone else does it.
Yeah.
So.
No, when it kicks off, I'm going to stop listening to certain podcasts.
Oh really?
Like, it's just going to happen because I'll get sick of
every
it after
week.
about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Every week reviewing the latest Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
I'll not do that then.
No, you can do it. It's fine. It's just that I'll walk to the room and...
Okay. I'll just talk to myself about Doctor Who.
We'll get Scott from Stinking Paws in to do those episodes.
Well, there was, Scott and myself, Scott and Stephen from History of Misunderstanding did talk about possibly Skyping and talking about it.
That's cool.
And there's a podcast already called Dirty Whoas, which is a transatlantic roundup of episodes. Okay. And they just want a British take on it.
Yeah, why not?
But we're all British, so we'd all be like, that's really good, wasn't it? It was amazing.
True.
Oh, well. Anyway, we're
trailing
trailing
off.
You
could kind of need someone like me to put in the opposite opinion, but then that would mean I'd actually have to watch it.
That would be quite interesting, though.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, again, find us on all those places that we said at the very beginning of the episode. Also, we've got Ship Tie in Transit, which we will be recording an episode of next week.
How exciting.
And I'm also looking to get in contact with Stephen from History of Misunderstanding to do an episode. I've got 2 weeks off in July, so I've got a window of opportunity.
You've got 2 weeks at the beginning of July.
Yes.
I've got 2 weeks at the end of July and the first week of August.
So if anyone does want to chip in with the Ship Tie in Transit,
let us know.
Hit us up on all the social media.
We're still waiting on Tarquin's work.
Yeah, so Tarquin is still working on stuff.
Get on to us, please.
Jake, I think, is working on something.
One, I don't think Ian will be.
No. But just get in contact with us. Let us know what you've got. We'll let you know what we've got, and we'll take it from there. So July is the time.
Yeah.
For getting all this done, we've actually got a date. Do it.
Yeah, we've kind of got.
If you've got some sort of debunked thing that you think is interesting, or you've got some sort of supernatural weirdness that can't be explained, let us know. And we will.
Because that's the idea. We kind of want one of each for each episode if we can.
Yeah. And we'll sort something out. So find Ship Tie in Transit at Ship Tie on Twitter. It's also on Facebook. And also the Tom and Joe show is out there.
Yes.
Getting ready to drop the 3rd episode of that fairly soon.
Yeah.
That again is at the Tom and Joe show on Twitter, and there is again a Facebook.
Yes.
You can find them all at abhpod.com though.
Yeah.
Underneath the episodes banner.
Which reminds me, I need to put the Tom and Joe Twitter link on the website.
Yes.
Because you weren't going to do that.
That's true, and then I did. I just couldn't stop myself.
That's behind the scenes stuff that you don't need to hear about. But go comment, subscribe, rate us, please.
Yeah, go listen to all the podcasts that we put out. Again, if you get on board with Ship Tie in Transit now, you've only got a week or so to wait until the next one goes out.
Yes.
So it'll be like there hasn't been a 2-month gap in between the first and second episodes.
That's been doing really well, though. That's got
it has, yeah.
That's got a lot of listens.
It really has. We're doing all right. But anyway, this is all us back rubbing. So for this week, this has been Anywhere But Here. I've been Tom.
I've been Ant.
Bye.